IGCSE Computer Science. Syllabus Statement 2.1.2F. Understand and use standard flowchart symbols to represent pseudocode statements, commands, and structures. So there are quite a few flowchart symbols that we have to know. So there's first the rounded rectangle, which is basically start and end. So let's create them. Start, end. I'll change the text size to something a bit bigger so you can actually see. Okay, so the start and end, which are the rounded rectangles. Although I think they're a little bit more curved than this, but never mind that. Okay, the next thing you need to know is input and output, which is this symbol. For example, input num and output average. I'd actually capitalize this. This is a bit weird because it's overlapping the. I'll just make it bigger. Okay. Right, so those are the input. That's the input and output symbol. The next symbol you need to know is process, which is just the rectangle. And it works kind of like this. So we could say total equals total plus num. Something like that. Or like average equals total divided by 10. But we'll add that later. And the final symbol that you need to know is the rhombus, diamond, whatever, diamond. And this is for decision making. So is, say, is count equal to 1? So, yeah, that's another one. Okay, so I'm just going to make this a little bit. Okay, so this is for decision making, and basically, like, is this equal to this, or is this higher than this, is this whatever, and whatever. So what you do is, for this, for each symbol you draw arrows. They point to other symbols, and in the order of which you want these to run in. So, for example, this. Let's set this to 0, and we could say count equals 1. So we'll make an averaging program out of this. So we're going to have to move this. So yeah, hopefully you now know the symbols. We'll just build from there. So we set our variables, and then we can drag this arrow to input num, and then we can have another process block here. Little square. I'll just make sure it's that size, and then we can move it somewhere here. I might need to move this down a bit to make sure there's space. Hopefully there will be space. We can also make use of this if we need to. Input num. We can have total equals total plus num. And we're using double equals to compare because we're already using equals to assign. So is count equal to 1? Well, we need to have a count equals count plus 1. Should we have it like that? Yeah, that's good. That's good. Is count equal to 11? Change that to 11. And then we have an arrow here. We drag there I'm just trying to figure this out. This thing is weird. Hang on. No, that's not what I want to do. It's not what I want to do. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Okay. Let's drag this a bit. Like, no, not like that. Down a bit. Okay. We just drag it here. No, we don't want to drag it there. It's so annoying. Okay, let's drag it here. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we'll drag it here. And then we'll drag this here. And we'll drag this here. And there's our flowchart, pretty much. No, not quite. We need one more. Let me just get rid of that. And oh yeah, we can scroll down. Of course we can. And then we have another rectangle. And this will be used to calculate our average. Average equals total divided by 10. Okay, so that's pretty much our flowchart, but we have to add some text. And this basically answers this question. Is count equal to 11? No. Then we do that. But if it's yes, then we do this. So there's our flowchart. Let's trace it. Start. And if you wanna draw a little trace table, you can if you want to. So start. Total equals 0. Count equals 1. Input num. I'll use some test data actually. Let me just get a post-it note. Okay. So this inputs 10 numbers. So let's input 5 to start with. Input 5. Total equals total plus num. So total is 5. Count equals count plus 1. So count is 2. Is count 11? Nope. Okay, input another one. We'll input 10. Total equals total plus num. That gives us 15. Count becomes 3. Is count 11? Nope, not yet. So we input another one, 20. And that gives us 35 for the total. And 4 for the count. Is count 11? Nope. Okay, input num again. Let's input 10. That gives us 45. And count becomes 5. Is count 11? Nope. And yeah, we can keep going with this. Let's input 15. So then it becomes 60, 6, and then 20, 80, 7, 5, 85, 8, 5, 90, 9, and then input our second last one. We just input 10, gives us 100, that becomes 10. Is count 11? Let me just double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we need one more. So the final one, we'll input, let's input 100. Input 100, so the total becomes 200. Count becomes 11. Is count 11? Yes, finally. Average equals total divided by 10. 200 divided by 10 gives us 20. Is that right? Yeah, 20. So output 20. So sorry that I didn't actually draw a trace table on the screen. I was sort of writing it on a post-it note. But if you want to give this flowchart a try, tracing it, it'd be good practice for the exam. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's creating a flowchart in a nutshell. You could try different algorithms. You could try converting pseudocode into a flowchart, or a flowchart into pseudocode. So yeah, just play around with it. If you like using flowcharts, you can use them. If you don't, then you don't have to use them. I prefer pseudocode because it's smaller, and I'm terrible at drawing. So yeah, that's it.